Good morning and welcome to another episode of Just a Chat with Bumi Alabi. It's been an amazing time, and I believe you people that missed the last edition with the kids, you can watch that on YouTube. On Facebook. It's not yet on YouTube, but you can watch the replay on Facebook at Olubumi Alabi. So thank you for joining us today. Yes, it's been an amazing time. That has been a week. It's been like 2 weeks now. Beautiful.
Yeah.
You look dazzling today. I love the way the spark on your face today. You know, sometimes when I see you and you don't give me that smile, I'll be like, what's happening now? Because of what you discuss with me sometimes, I say, I'm not coming for the show. I'm not mentally stable. I was like, this is not even taking that. Here we go, we're mentally stable. You're mentally unstable. Just trying to manage. Just trying to manage. You know, but I like the way she was rude to herself and she said, please, I need a me time. That's why she told me, that's where I got that me time from. I need a me time, time for myself, pamper myself, by myself, for myself, all for myself. I was like, oh, that sounds so good. You know, every time I child, you know. I think she was. That's why you can see her smiling like this. She took like 2 weeks off. Am I right?
Yes, I was able to work on my brain and bring myself back to factory reset and say, okay, I'm ready to accept life
and just move on again.
Exactly.
Because it really shows on your face, and you know, it tells a lot of our faces, you know, as a mother, and that's why we're discussing this topic, motherhood and mental stress. You know, I was saying something I said, thank God for cosmetic industry that gives us beautiful cosmetics.
Exactly.
Makeover, as in blushes, lipstick, everything, bling bling, and you just be like, oh, this person is looking beautiful.
And thank God for clothes as well.
Yes, and we can put on, you know, accessories that makes us look more beautiful. You know, it covers a lot of things that we're going through. You know, we're discussing about the lady that took her life, that lady that worked with Glow. Yes, you know, she looked so pretty. I don't know, maybe you saw the picture.
Yes, I saw her.
So pretty that you'd be like, oh, I wish. And sometimes you'd be, I want to be like her. I want to be like this. And you don't know what the person is going through. Is dying inside. And they said she just took her life just like that. And that's why it's very important. Please, let me just give this word of notice. Please, don't try to ask after people's well-being. And if people want to talk to you about something, don't shut them up. Even giving a listening ear to them at times, it goes a long way.
Even if you don't have the solution.
Even if you don't have the solution, don't tell that like you are saying something behind the camera that somebody will say, people, you are talking too much, also you are complaining too much. You know, at times you just need someone. Like I was saying this morning, you know, what really brought this topic is, you know, let me just start with that. You know, this morning I was just the routine stuff. Wake up, 5 o'clock. Have your devotion, personal devotion, work the children, and I want to ensure that they pray even when they wake up, even when they sleep up. You know, wake up, just pray. After prayer, my children, they will sleep again. I'll go back to the room. I still saw them sleeping. I woke them. Stand up. Go and brush your teeth. That's when the younger one was just doing like a slow-mo movement. You know, and that's how it normally do every morning. Actually, I know that because of the school, because of the stress.
They are going through
stress.
stress.
You know, we talked about children and mental health the other time, you know, but you know, see, this is the time they have to do it.
This is the time.
Yes, we went through that now when we were like them. You know, so I'll be like, take your brush your teeth, bathe, and every morning they fight in the morning when they are bathing. They fight. I have to separate everything. You have your sponge, you have your soap. I give each one separate soap, separate bowl and bucket. So when I am bathing in the bath in the morning, the younger one will say, they be like, you're pouring water on me. You are bathing now. I said, how would he pour water on you? My husband will just wake up. There was a time, that's the time my husband wakes up whenever they are bathing, because they will be screaming, complaining. Must you just shout? Must you just talk or complain? So that's the henceforth, I should just separate the bathroom from you bathe there, you go and bathe there. But you know, this morning I was just so pissed off. You know, the older one put on his boxer. I was downstairs trying to make maybe iron their clothes, and getting back upstairs, I've sorted everything out, the singlet, so he just sat down on the bed.
Hey.
And you know, the school bus comes in at a particular, so that's the normal way we do things. But I try to hasten them up. I was like, you are 11 years old and you don't know that you are supposed to dress up for school by yourself. You want me to be saying, do you like it the way I shout? I was just screaming. Do you like it the way I shout? You know, shouting every day, talking every day, it could affect my health. Yes. So I could feel the emotion in my younger one. They were like, Mommy, I don't want you to be sick. But the way you are doing, you're making me to be sick because you make me complain. Can't you not just do some things by yourself? And you know, he felt so remorse and he was just trying to be smart, to be fast. So you can do all this thing and you're just giving that slow-mo movement. You know, I was just so overstressed this morning. So after they just left, you know, I was panting. After they left, I just went back to bed. Normally, I would sleep. Once they're gone, I would sleep, but I couldn't sleep. I was just thinking. My husband was with his phone, he was listening to a message. I said, just put off that message. No matter what is preached, I don't want to hear the message. Just put it off. So he didn't even ask me what happened. You know, he still kept quiet. I was expecting him to talk. Sorry, don't even say sorry. You've taken care of the kids. So because he heard where I was shouting, you won't be able to sleep. This way, no, so vessel. So the way I was shouting at the kid, I said, Intu was not having a good sleep, so he had to wake up. So when he just kept quiet. I just said, honestly, I'm stressed up. I'm mentally stressed. These children, they are giving me headache every time. Is this how I'm going to continue? Maybe I didn't even remember what he said. He said, he just said pele, or I can't even remember because that thing it didn't enter my head. It did not enter my head. You know, if it entered, it would have sorted the issue. But it didn't say something that really resonated with me. I still stayed on the bed. I was there for like 10 minutes. I just picked my phone. I called my friend, Mrs. Akibule. I called her. He said hello. I didn't even care whether she's even taking care of her own children. I just said hello. He was like, you know, that's how you say, even though we're all going through some things, but at the same time, be a shoulder to lean.
At least we are not going through it at the same time.
At the same time, so she was so comfortable talking to me. Hello, babe, how are you? How is Kinika? I'm not fine. And I'm stressed up, I'm overwhelmed. I was just lamenting, I was just pointing at everything. See, and I started crying. She said, sorry. They are old enough to take care of themselves. See, I need you. I don't want anything to happen to you. Please, these children, they have to do something. I'm coming home this afternoon to talk to them. They have to be doing some things by themselves. They have to take responsibility. You know, it was like talking to me for like almost 10, 15 minutes, talking to me. I expressed myself, telling me what to do, what she did that really helped her. You know, so after saying everything, you know, just opening up everything to her, I felt so cool. As at yesterday, you know, I was saying that we're going to talk about question and answer, but I never knew that I would be the one who the victim. I asked the question, why must you just go through a routine every day? So I think I sent the message to you and you were like, I'm going through the same thing. So, you know, something relatable. So motherhood and mental stress, we all go through it. Yeah. So let me start from you because I know I'm not the only one on this table. So let's
I'm also glad that I'm not the only one on this table. Because this table that we're about to shake is a big table. But it will everything will splash on the floor.
I will build it again.
When you told me this morning about the topic, I'm like, hey, something that I'm currently battling with. That I'm saying it, my voice is cracked. It's noise.
Just in the
name of shout. I don't understand. You see this motherhood thing.
But must we shout at these children before they do? Because I was telling my children, I said, but I called the young guy, I said, but come, must I shout before you respond? You know, sometimes after I shout and he didn't respond, I will bring wire. I will wire him and I don't like to be beating them like that. I will beat him and I will like, I don't want to beat you, but he's like, you respond more to this. So whenever I do that to him, he will respond. I said, I don't want to beat, but I want to talk to you and to respond. So
yesterday I called my big daughter, I said, sit down, let me talk to you, sit down. But I said, June, I don't want to beat you. But you always push me. Push me to beat. That means I don't want to beat you, but you always. I'm not saying that beating is the only thing, or we don't have other side of motherhood beyond shout and this thing. But the funny thing is when you are mentally stressed, you can't give
You
what
can't
you
function.
don't have. When you are mentally stressed, you can't give what you don't have. So I think right now the mental stress, and I know everybody's, to be honest, everybody's going through it.
Yes.
Everybody's really going through it.
That's why we're talking about the motherhood part of mental stress, as a mother.
The routine.
The routine.
Especially
Every day.
people that do not like routines like me.
Like you.
I don't like routine.
So now that you find yourself in a routine-like environment, or is it you didn't choose it, but the routine
chose me.
It chose you. So how are you able to now balance and adapt? Okay, what are you doing?
But I'm trying. I'm searching. Like now, I try to do things that I know I have control over.
Okay.
Like, that's why I tell you, because I'm a fashion designer. When I dress up, I did a video sometime ago talking about how dressing up is very therapeutic for me.
Yeah.
When I dress up, because these are things I have control over. I can sew my clothes. When I dress up, I'm happy. When I did something, I wanted something, even if I can't afford it, I know how to go for what is lower than nature. These are things that I do. I know that, okay, this might not be so relevant, but I'll just say this.
Okay.
It's like I want to be a but I will say this. I wanted to, like, this is where I used to look. This is how I used to look. I want to change my look today. Yes, because those are things I know I have control over. I want to go out, but I'm looking at the time I have. I can't go out right now. Because I don't have the time. Like I was telling her how my kids will close by 2, how I have to move some of my machines to the house because of the children, how my help has gone, how these things have affected me. So the thing now is, how do I is by, let me dress up.
That's your coping mechanism
right now. So what I do is, yesterday I wanted to change my look. I went to the market. I was passing on my own. I think I went to buy fabric. And I was like, it's very cheap. I don't want to put that, but I saw the hair. So just put your hair there. I bought my wig cap. I bought this thing 500 naira. I went to the machine. I sewed the wig by myself because I have a brother that owns a hairdressing salon before I traveled out. So I was able to see all these things, not with machine, with hand, but I sew it myself. I wore it. I dress up.
You look good.
Everything up to 1,000. But I'm
magic. So why do you not want to kill yourself? Why do you just
find a way to relax yourself?
Wow. Honestly, I love that. You know what I like about you? That's your self-confidence in who you are, even with your body size. You're able to carry. Sometimes when I look at your video and you just shake everything, I'll be like, hey, this lady sharp. But sometimes I look at her and say she's so confident in her body, in what she sews, what she makes. Even if you're not even having customer, but the fact that you can even make clothes for yourself, you're good to go. You're good to go. So at times we overemphasize on some things that we can't really change, and we dwell so much on it. But some things in our control, we ignore them. Let me hear from you, Madam Emoji. This is a superwoman. She has the power to multitask. And she will look beautiful. The other time she told me that, Mama, after the show, I'm going to Oshodi. In fact, there was a time that we went to Oshodi, the Oshodi side. After, I think maybe we saw in the morning. She didn't tell me that she was going to Oshodi. As we were just about leaving, we went to the downfall and we were all going. And I just saw her. She was trying to calculate. I was like, is it not the woman I left at home? How did she get to Oshodi? She's a superwoman. So let me ask from her. I want to learn from you, Mama. I want to be like you when I grow up. So
that is not stressful.
Okay, tell us a secret formula.
Why just see it that when you are doing something that you
like,
you don't see it as stress.
When you are doing something like you don't see it as stress.
So in fact, that is not stressful. And integrity too matters. You know,
when
you are determined that this is who I am, this is how I want people to
perceive me,
and I have to work towards that, I have to meet up that standard. And that's what also keeps you going. It's not that, like what I said, I shared this with you yesterday midnight when I was walking. I cried. Nobody beat me. Nobody any abusive words, nothing. I just felt like, I don't know. I think it's stress. And I started crying. The cry is not cry that you just cry. I was crying seriously, as in water coming out from me. Like nobody. There was nobody there. And even when I was crying, when I was still walking.
Wow.
I was still walking till, and I said to myself, let me cry. It doesn't affect me. Let me cry.
So what were you expecting when you were crying? Someone to just pacify you.
Because my idea that my husband was in there doing online prayer and all that, and I know I was even when I was crying. Honestly, I was checking when I out and all that. Nothing. I just said to myself, let me finish this cry. After that time, and honestly, I finished crying.
It's satisfied.
And I was satisfied, and I could move on with my work. Move on with my work, and I was okay. So sometimes when you need to cry. When you need to talk to someone, talk to that person.
Open up.
And if that person, if you even see that person, that's some most people called me and I'm like, this thing you are discussing with me,
I'm going through it also.
But I won't because of that shown you.
Exactly.
We will still rub minds and talk
together.
You might even get a solution.
Of course, like what I said earlier, that's something that maybe you've tried and it didn't work for you. You might suggest it to someone else and it might work for the person. So the fact that you say, me say, I've never found my future. I thought, all of us they run now.
It would definitely happen because
if you hold that person to go
it's just like okay, it is this person only the person.
So he has a very great high expectation from the person that once I see this person, I'm okay.
Yes. Because like the lady that committed suicide. Because people see that people always see her as somebody that everything
she's okay, she has the money, what else does she need in life?
Even she might have even called some of her family friends or friends and discuss with them.
They might even tell her she's not grateful.
That is it.
That word I hate.
That is it.
Imagine somebody that was waiting for a child. She went to somebody maybe a single lady to just talk to her about what she's going through, and the lady was like, Shebi, you even have husband. Me that don't have husband.
You are blessed with husband. You have kids and you have
husband that has only one kid. And you be like, you have one kid. But at times, honestly, we need to really do very well. We might not be professional, but the way we respond when people, be open to people to be able to talk to you without feeling judged or condemned or criticized. Because a lot of us, the society we criticize people a lot. We could, like what we are saying, that you are not even grateful to God. You have something, at least, you compare things and say, but what that person is going through, it might have been bottling it for a very long time, and it just needs somebody to express it. So like what I did this morning is one of the ways that I cope. I talk about things I'm going through. And I think we women a lot, I think we find it easier to talk to people, Abby. We talk about things, but some people really keep something.
The fear
of being judged,
and the fear of the other person you're talking to, as making your things, your situation as a topic. So it makes people keep to themselves.
I don't want to have friends. I don't want. People have been betrayed a lot.
Something happened. Yeti Mama said something one time, and I was disturbed. When she now talked about that, because most times when people move to that extreme, when people talk about suicide, I get scared, I get sad, I don't know. I'm not always happy because I'm like, for that person to have as in chose that as an option. No, that person have gone through so many stages. So many stages. So then when she said, I'm like, who can I talk to? Because I didn't want to come to her direct.
Okay.
She might want to take as in what she was going through. Then she might want to take it as in private. And she might not want to open up to me. So I was not trying to talk to people that I see the closeness. Talk to her. Let her open up. Because I believe that maybe when she opens up, when she sees people to discuss it with, that thought will, that feelings will disappear. You know, so I was honestly, as in, I was like, no, I need somebody. I will be asking that person, have you spoken with
this person?
Did she? Because I don't want to go to her. You know, I don't want to go to her because some people too, you see some people going through some things, but you want to like, let me keep to myself. I don't really want to. So that person like, I'm moving to
like trespassing.
Trespassing. What is your own? Did I call you? And some people might not like it. As in, you know, we are talking about when people come to you, embrace them. There are some people too that you see, you see them afar and you see they are going through a lot of things, and you will be afraid. You will not be free to move closer to them. And at the end of the day, you see them, they will just take a very bad decision. You understand? But when we see people like that too, let's try to move, even if they shun
regardless.
Even if they shun, just let's try to move closer and hear from them. It will also help.
I think that's very, very, very important because, and I think it boils down back to the way we respond to things, the way we ask questions, and you know the way we judge. Like you said earlier, that's your contribution, as in the way you judge, the way you respond to them, it contributes a lot to what they're going to do. You understand? Like people that committed suicide, you know, it's not they've not been planning. It's not just that they're planning it. They've seen it that okay, I've gone to people, I've talked to my family. They don't really understand. I've gone to church, I've prayed about it. God, it seems God is not answering me, or have I committed a sin that God has abandoned me and is not even interested in me? You know, they have a lot of thoughts, a lot of things going through their mind, and they feel like okay, it's like I'm a stress to this world. Yes, like I'm a stress. So they feel like ending their life is going to end the pain for them. You understand? And you know, a lot of people, by the time people now realize, they'll be like, so this thing is as grievous as this. We never knew she was going through that. But you know, deep within ourselves, we feel so guilty that, and I wasn't there. And when she wanted to talk to me, when she was calling me, I didn't pick her call. You know, at times, people that don't pick calls, please, it's very important. Even if it's just to respond, just say, hello, please call me back or send me a text. It's very important because, you know, motherhood, we're still going to talk about other areas like fatherhood, singlehood. I know fathers too, they go through some stresses that they don't want to, like we were saying, that like I was saying, I was expecting my husband. I think you too, you said you had that issue to even ask, how far you are sorry, it is well with you. You know, for me, that's my expectation from my husband, and I always tell him, because before I bottle things a lot. I'll just be getting angry, just be nagging, just be snapping at everybody, even the kids. They would. My son raised that question during the kids interactive session when I was saying that they should ask questions. He said, parents, when you are angry, please don't just, as in like, don't transfer aggression on us. And I was like, okay, but Kuku say that when you're angry, you talk to her. So
to be direct.
You know, but it's the truth because we are going through something. I go through a lot of stress, as in mental. I think about how to make ends meet.
Yes.
Okay, I want to be an independent lady, to be able to do something, at least take responsibility as a wife, to support my husband, to support my home. Okay, I have a ministry I want to do, I have a career I must pursue. Like yesterday, up till 12 o'clock, I was still thinking of a topic to do because I know I must do this thing. You know, it's a mandate for me to do it because like we're doing, it seems as if we're just doing something, just chatting, but see, we are touching lives, and I believe you're touching some lives. People have really given testimonies about what they've learned from this Just a Child. Like last week that we didn't hold it, they were like, you ladies are not coming online today. I was like, oh, seriously? So you're expectant, So a lot of things on me that I need to meet up with, the kids, my husband, and my spirituality, just trying to balance things. But most times we forget about ourselves. We forget about taking care of ourselves. Like you said the other time that you have to be intentional. What are the things that makes you happy? What are the things that
to go back to
yes,
it.
go back to it. What are the things that whenever you do
When I was
it
single,
gladdens your heart?
What makes me
Before
really
you get
happy?
married, yes,
I have to find myself
you
again.
shouldn't, as in marriage or being a mother, shouldn't add stress to you. It shouldn't make you lose yourself or maybe forget
Because you can get drowned.
Yes.
In your own motherhood thing, and you forget yourself.
About taking care of yourself.
You even forget your own happiness.
That you deserve to be loved, you deserve to be pampered. If you're always waiting for, I want my husband to do this for me. See, you could wait for long.
You wait forever.
Your husband doesn't even know your needs. Yes, you wait forever. But sometimes, like some things you can't change. Okay, I have the ability to take myself to spa.
Yes.
To go to beach. I tell my husband, thank God for my husband that he's not someone that will say I don't go. I've told him, I've been telling him, and I'm telling him that so that I can listen now. I want a time out for myself.
In fact,
I want to travel. Just stay away. You are going to take care of the kids. He said he's going to live there. I live there.
They are grown-ups.
In
fact, I was saying it last week or so. I said, I'm gathering my money because I have one hotel that my mind is. Yes, I have one hotel that my mind is catching. I've been there before, but I want to go there again. This time I want to go with only my children because they want to do a vlog, swimming.
Your husband.
Husband, he knows how to take care of himself.
Okay, men
know how to take care of themselves.
Yes,
you women, stop slacking. Don't do yourself. Men know how to take care of themselves. I said I'm taking only my children. We'll buy our swimsuits. We'll swim. We'll do a video of us swimming, video of us dancing, eating. I said I'm gathering my money because this trip, I won't be able to travel out. But you see, in this Nigeria, because I need it for my mental health.
See, so ladies like that,
oh my God.
Just kill yourself. As in, take time out.
Problem no dey finish.
There are some men. Let's talk about some men, insecure men. Like you said, you wanted to go to an hotel.
To the hotel.
There are some men that they can't ever allow that. Like we're discussing sometimes with one of the men in the house. I was like, okay, I think it was one that raised the question that can you is it good for a woman to say I want to travel alone without the house? I said,
yes.
I was not like
travel out to
maybe to
anywhere,
even like
relocating now.
Not traveling.
What is it?
It's
good. Okay, and maybe there's an offer. There's a business.
Yes, my dear, let's use it.
Anyway, just to travel. I say, so what's the BGB? Just to chill, just to have a good time.
Now.
And he was like, no, your husband is number one. You have to go with your family so you can enjoy yourself. Let's put a boundary. There's time for family.
Yes,
for
me.
There's time you understand?
Yes.
Because some men, they are really, really not secure about leaving their wife to travel.
I think
to go.
One of the reasons why I'm not doing my alone time is because I don't have, to be honest,
help to take care of
I don't have anyone, not apart from help. Sometimes it gives me, I feel lonely, like I wish I have a place I can drop the children. I don't have. Yes, I have never dropped my children anywhere, and I'm looking for a secure person. So please, these children be here one weekend
with a trusted hand.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
One weekend, be here. Let me even have my me time. It's very difficult. So that's whatever I say now. I know, okay, even if I include my children, but if I see I'm dropping them and I'm going that weekend, I'm enjoying myself alone.
For you now that your kids are still younger, I think you can do your me time with your children. But
even with your husband, as long as you are going with your children.
No! The last time I did it, I did not enjoy the trip.
Yes.
Why?
Because don't let me say too much. We lost in one hotel room. All of us. It was my birthday. The weekend was wasted. Nothing fun. When you're going, you're dragging this up. It was not fun. I didn't like it, and I'm not doing it again ever. Except when there's somebody that will undo them. Okay, hey, this is your room. This is my own. Hey, you have your meet. I say that meet time. I mean, it's important. It's not general.
Anyway, I feel on this note, we'll be able to pass this message to all mothers, and most importantly, we need to talk to ourselves. As mothers, it's very important for you to have that time for your mental state. You are going through a lot already, so to help yourself come out of this. Number one thing, talk to a trusted person. Don't talk, as in find somebody that you can really confide in, that that won't judge you. If you can't afford to see a therapy, talk to a friend. Don't say, I'm a lone ranger, I'm in my world. No.
It doesn't help.
Yes,
it doesn't help.
Then the society, women's society at large, please be a shoulder for someone to lean on. When somebody confides in you and tell you what she's going through, don't let her hear
begin
it
to
somewhere
spread
else.
it.
Don't spread it, please. Let's try and take caution about how we respond to things. You understand? Just say, asking for for how somebody is doing. How are you doing? Are you sure you are okay? If I ask you now, how are you doing? You just tell me, I'm fine. Yes, but psychologically they ask you that, how are you doing? I'm not fine. That's how I responded.
I did it on Sunday.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
responded to her.
I just looked at somebody and I said, Shewa okay, Sha.
You're welcome.
I've never asked this, she's a church member. Shewa okay, Sha. And she was like, why did I ask? Do you know that? And she was talking. I'm like, ooh. Because I just asked randomly, Shewa okay.
You were okay.
People have been saying it. I'm just my job. She was like, oh, it would be. There's nothing I can do. But you just had to, pacify and make sure, just make her feel okay.
Another thing I remember is also ask for help.
Yes.
When you can, like me, I think, my husband will not help me. Sometimes when I want to really make him do something, I will ask him and he will do it. But most of the time I always try to assume that he knows it, but not all the time they know it. Sometimes they are going through some things.
You might not even think about it.
Yes, you might be thinking towards the north and he is thinking towards the south, and you are not thinking in the same direction. So ask for help. Honey, please, could you help me with this thing? Could you help me do this thing? And they'll be willing to help. And husband, we might be waiting for you to help us, but if we are not talking, please render help.
Please.
Render help. If it's just to cook. I remember the time my husband is not a good cook. You understand? He's not a good cook. The first and the last time that he cooked for me was when I was pregnant. And that time, I always throw up in my trimester. I always throw up. So he just prepared that. I think he cooked 2 different meals that I remember I cooked. The first one was eba. He made that eba inside a bowl. So with the bowl that he used to make the eba, he just brought it. So I was like, but you dish it inside. I mean, if I serve you food, at least I would dish it. But it was like, that's a waste of time. I liked it like that. I liked it the first time. He did lamb for me, lamb and egg. And he now added sardine. The sardine was much, the oil was much. And I was like, why is oil swimming all over the But later I just had to accept whatever he gives to me, as in I appreciate it. Yeah, even try, even though you don't know, if I don't know how to cook, but for this time I still appreciate you.
You made an effort.
Yeah, you made an effort to do it. So please, men, try and support your wife. If it's just to take care, to even monitor the kids.
That part is important.
Bake very well. If it's just to monitor the kids, if it's to iron the clothes, if it's to boil water.
All these little efforts go a long way. And when your wife say, please, can you help me watch? Don't say watch. Why will I watch? Because that happens to me a lot. Especially when it comes to the children. If I say, okay, I want to say, it happens to me a lot. Or when you say, help me watch, or help me, if it just before that help me watch, or help me look after.
You understand is what does it not to do very well. You understand? Men cannot be the same. You understand? So ask for help, and the way you ask for help, make it polite.
Very important.
It's very important. Instead of you to ask directly, honey, could you please help me? She could like you one more. Can't you know that I'm supposed to help? Am I the only one that gave birth to these children? You know, the approach matters. The approach that he says to ask for help matters a lot.
Yes.
So we talk about a lot of things. Talk to somebody you trust. Ask for help. Then also have a me time. Me time to yourself. It's very important. And I think I said earlier before we started the show that we're going to have a hangout, as in motherhood hangout. A time out. I hope you are game.
Yes,
It's going to be free. Yes.
Yes,
so start saving now. Start saving that money now. You know, it's going to cost us just talking.
Yeti Mama has started saving. I started though. She has started.
So you are a husband, please know if you want to have a
understand.
So you have to take care of the kids. At least just be a father, mother.
That part. I've not worked on that part too.
Like
of me.
Your husband to take care of.
No, she said I don't work on that part. But I hope.
Because you have a girl child, you have a 2 kids, female child.
No, what I'm saying is, if we need ourselves,
we need to be able to do it.
Okay.
We need to be able to do it. I've tried it so many times and it has failed.
How did you approach it? How did you tell him? Your approach matters. Passing the message across. So then, what time do you ask for that help? As in, what is the state of mind when you're asking for the help? It matters a lot. If you need his help, maybe you want to tell him to do something.
Do something is different. I say if he involves, please help me stay and Motula.
Not all men.
I'm saying this.
That part for this our outing.
I'm still working on that part.
Before then he's going to accept.
Yeah. I hope so.
Yes, he should. Watch the replay. So please, if you know you are a woman, you are a mother, you know, or you're a woman and you just need a time out. You could be single or married, you know, divorced, separated. Yeah. Please, we are going to have a time out for ourselves. We're going to talk about things we are going through. You know, we're going to talk about different challenges we are having in the home, how we have solved it. We're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to have fun, dance, spa, you know, just switch So please watch out for that. It's a me time for all women. We're just going to take a time out. So on this note, I think we've even overspent our time. We've really passed important messages to you mothers, wives, and husband too. Please, then most importantly, try to groom your children to be able to take responsibility. It's very important. So that is where I'm trying to work on with my kids, to be able to do some things by themselves without me even monitoring or shouting. So I'm still working towards that. But if you can do it, also please try to make your children do some things by themselves. You know, don't be doing everything for them. If you are doing everything for them, you are not really.
They get used to it.
They get used to it. And try to overlook some things. They won't bathe very well. It's before that I used to bathe for them, but now if they sometimes soap, there will be soap on maybe on the hand. As go back, go and rinse that. You know, so allow them to be responsible for themselves. Somebody was suggesting I take them to body. I say body now would have been the best thing, but you know, I'm not really in support of that for them for now. You understand? But it helps a lot. But even at home, you can help them to become responsible. Let them wash their plate themselves, whether a male or a female. Even if you have house help, let them do some things by themselves. Except things that they cannot do with their head. You know, let them do it. Wash their clothes. Like my son now, I've told them that every Saturday you must wash your clothes. Anyhow it is, wash your clothes by yourself. Your uniform, wash it by yourself. Whether it's clean or not, maybe it's you that will wear it. Wash it. You know, before I like to be a perfectionist. I like to make things good, but you know, I have to be intentional about it. That I will take my mind off it, please, because it's giving me a lot of stress. You'll be fine. Children, you'll be fine. Okay, so please, mothers, be intentional about your mental health. It's very, very important. Talk to a therapist or a friend you can really trust. Then ask for help when you need it. When you have toddlers and you know that you are still taking care of, ask for help. Somebody that can help you. You know, it's very important. So last word before we go. Emoji, let's start from you.
Yes, what I will say is that do what you know will make you happy.
Yeah.
That is also a solution to go out of the mental stress. What makes you happy? Do it.
What makes you happy? And that's part of finding yourself as a mother, as a woman. Finding yourself, what is your calling, what is your area of interest.
Yes.
A lot of people just sit at home, my God, because you're married, you are now a mother, you can't do something. What are you called to do? What area, what is that potential in you that you really want to unleash?
You can have a sense of fulfillment.
So find yourself.
Trying to be a mother,
being a wife or a mother is not the ultimate thing in life. Finding yourself is more important.
That's not the only purpose in life.
Important. Thank you very much for that. So
thank you.
Yeti Mama.
Okay, so
last word.
Motherhood does not have a manual. So do what works for you. Do not like said, being a perfectionist, do not try to be perfect, and at the end of the day you are drowning the whole thing. You keep trying to you want it to come out perfect, and before you know it, you are lost, you are drained. It doesn't have a manual. Do what works for you. Just ensure that you are doing the right thing. And don't let guilt trip in, because sometimes it happens to me a lot. You get guilt tripped. Why? You know, once the children are not with you, you start feeling like, oh, I should have. Why did I beat her or him today? You know, they happen. You are not alone. It happens to everybody. So
that's very, very important. Yeah. That's very important. So thank you very much. My whole final word is, please, mothers, try to take care of yourself, because if you are not there again, life goes on and on and on and on. And those kids, the husband you want to die for, you want to kill yourself, they will move on.
Everybody will move on.
Your family will move on.
Yeah.
Please take care of yourself. If you can apply these things to your life will be sweeter than what you're going through.
Yeah.
You are beautiful, you are important, you are special. Being a mother is a gift. So embrace that. And as you do that, don't worry, the sky is a starting point.
Yes.
Till I see you again next week, we're going to continue this series. It's not something we can just finish.
Yes.
Fathers, we're coming for you. Fathers, fathers, mental strength, pay school fees, take care of, try
it's
to
not easy.
My husband said something like, even the most difficult thing is to understand what a woman wants. I know it's a mental stress for you men sometimes. So don't worry, we're going to talk about that. We're going to bring a man to represent you. Then singlehood and mental health, we're going to talk about that. We'll bring a single here. We're going to talk about that. A lot of singlehood
pressure.
A lot of mental pressure. So thank you very much. I still remain Bumi Alabi. Please take care of yourself, because you are important. Bye.